Can you believe that we are already in fall of 2023 and that we are seeing all these fashion trends on the runway for 2023 fall? And today we're going to unpack all these different fall 23 options and trends so that you can start looking and sporting some of these trends and seeing what you can incorporate into your wardrobe. So, if you want to know what the top trends are for 2023, you got to stick around because we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Welcome to Waist Up Wardrobe. I'm Christine Vartanian, an attorney turned personal style expert and image consultant. As the founder of Jade House of Style, I am passionate about unveiling the inner confidence of my clients by developing their personal style and dressing them for success. But is getting dressed up still important in our virtual world? Well, that's where my experience can help with what I call Waist Up Wardrobe. Waist Up Wardrobe is a podcast for all things you need to conduct an outstanding Zoom meeting. It's about how to dress for the camera, but it's not just about the clothes. It's about everything you need to know to show up on brand and professionally for the camera. Join me in the Waist Up Wardrobe studio to discuss how to navigate this virtual world and dominate from behind the desk. Hello, Waist Up Wardrobe Nation. Welcome to another episode of Waist Up Wardrobe, where we are going to be exploring the fall trends for 2023. But before I get started, I want to say a super big thank you to Rick Moscoso, my producer, who's always in the production room making everything so seamless, the whole production seamless, and kind of putting up with my last minute add-ons at the last minute. So thank you, Rick, for always managing despite our technical challenges and the challenges that I put upon you when I'm giving you things at the last minute. But you know what? We've gotten really good at shooting from the hip. So anyway, so thank you for being here. You know, we are on iTunes, so you can actually download us on iTunes. You can listen to any one of the episodes on iTunes. And you could rate us or review us too. We'd love that. We are on YouTube, and every Thursday at 11:30 live, we stream right here through Facebook at Waist Up Wardrobe. So join us anytime. Be part of the dialogue. Our goal is to bring you a new, fresh show every single week so that you can really show up on camera and off camera as the professional that you are and really put your best foot and face forward. So before as I get started here, I just want to say I think the years have gone by so quickly, and it's been really interesting to see some of the fashion and style transformations on the runway. There's so many interesting concepts right now, some completely wearable and some not so much, and some that you can actually modify and make them wearable. So we're going to be talking about all that. But before I get started, and I'm surprising Rick because I'm going to ask him to come on. Rick, why don't you come on and tell us what you think about? I mean, I know you don't study trends. You're going to say, Christine, this is not what I'm here for. But I'm curious. Do you follow any of the men's trends? Do you ever pay attention to any of that stuff or anything like that? Because there are some really great men's trends. We're not talking about them today, but just curious.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I put it this way, I don't pay attention to them, but I do notice them. How about that?
Okay. So you're not like actively looking into them. You're not on TikTok going, what are the new men's trends? But you notice them.
I notice them, but I'm not, I'm not trying to go out there and find something to emulate, you
Right.
know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, definitely as women, we're definitely the trends and fashion is something that we really want to change up a lot. And funny thing is, and a lot of women, they don't dress up for the men in their lives. They really dress up for the other women because we look at each other and it's just human nature. We look at each other, we admire each other, get inspired by the way people express their styles. So I think it definitely women are like the ones that are heavy looking at, styles and so forth. But there's some really great men trends out there, and we'll save that for another show. So thank
Yeah,
you for the
please.
surprise pop in here where I kind of just surprised you and got you on. We're going to get started talking about sort of the general theme that Pantone always puts out, the color of the year. And for fall, Pantone has told us and has shown us that reds are going to be a big color for fall. And we're talking reds all over the spectrum. And I have some slides here to demonstrate what I'm talking about. So here we're seeing a little bit more of a pinky red. On the next slide, you'll see how really it kind of you go all the way from these pinky reds to sort of these cherry reds to some of the brighter reds and sort of really into the burgundies. And all of those are fair game when it comes to fall of 2023. So you're seeing not only one hue of red, you're seeing all these different hues. And if you remember, in the summer, we've had sort of the Barbie pinks were a big deal. And, pink is sort of has a lot of red in it, right? It is a shade of red. But the next slide here will show you all the different iterations of red that are possible. This is sort of the magenta red, but the next slide that I was referring to in all the different shades, as you can see here, all these little different squares, all of these are fair game when it comes to being able to kind of wear the color of the year. So you could see it goes from the pinky reds all the way down to the deeper reds, the burgundies, even some of the magenta reds. And I'm wearing red today, just a red simple t-shirt, just so that I can be on trend for fall as we go into fall. So, all right. So let's talk about the actual wardrobe trends. Now that we've kind of established what the main color is for the season, one of the trends that has, it's kind of always been around, but it kind of gets tweaked every season a little bit, is sort of that cowboy or cowgirl feel in the Western wear, right? And one of the hottest trends is the cowboy boot. Now, right now, cowboy boots you'll find them in all sorts of iterations, the tall, the short, the mid. You'll find them in suedes and leathers and metallic colors. I mean, they're really flooding the market with so many great colors and styles. The slanted Western heel, which is sort of the classic, is really, really fun. And it's easy to walk in, and it's definitely something that you're going to see a lot. So using this trend right here, sort of that sort of coastal cowgirl look where you wear like this feminine dress with a great pair of Western boots is a really, really popular look that's kind of been popularized by the Swifties right now. I mean, because that's with her tour, she's been like on everybody's mind and on everybody's radio. So it's really inspired by a lot of different things. But, as far as Western wear, it's always been sort of sprinkled one way or the other in sort of the trend. So I really love I love me a Western cowgirl boot or a hat. So this is a trend that I'm definitely going to try. And remember, I want to just reiterate too that when it comes to trends, every trend is not for everybody, right? So you might look at a trend and go, that is not me. I will never wear a Western boot. It's not me. It's not who I am. And that's okay. But there are so many to choose from. And the question becomes, do I really have to wear something that's on trend? And the answer is no, but to feel current, so that you feel current, if you care about, being current on trend and on fashion, then I would say mix your own style, whether you're a classic girl or an edgy girl, with a little bit of a trend sprinkled in there so that you can feel current and up to date. Okay, the next one is the power suit. So let's talk a little bit about the power suit. And there's a slide up here where, as you can see, this is like a tonal, so the same tone suit, of course, the blazer and the pants. And as you can see, the whole outfit actually is monochromatic, which I love. One of the things you're going to see a lot of in these power suits is the shoulder pads are back. The shoulder pads are back. And that is such an 80s thing. And Rick, I want your take on this because I know this is a girl thing, but do you remember in the 80s when everybody was wearing the shoulder pads?
Oh, I do. I do. I
Yeah.
think I had a few really ugly suit jackets that had the pads in them, even for me.
Me too. Me as well. So I think this is kind of a funny trend coming back, but they are, everything kind of goes and comes back, but then when they bring it back, they sort of tweak it a little bit to revive it. So you could see it here paired with sort of a slouchy look. It is structured, but it's not fully like a stiff suit. And what we're going to be seeing too is a lot of crop suits. So you'll see the same idea in like crop suits or in different colors, and it's really taking that suit for the woman into a little bit more of a fun kind of still very professional but also a little bit fun. What do you think, Rick, so far? Any of these trends speak to you think would look good on Tammy, or that you would like, you just kind of are like, okay, I can stomach that.
Yeah. Well, there's probably a couple things. I don't know if this one would. I don't think that matches her style that
Yeah,
that she would wear. I could see her in it, but I don't know if that's something she would wear.
yeah,
The cowboy one, yes,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
but
and
well,
you
go ahead.
bring up such a good point. Exactly what I was saying earlier is that, you know what? Not every trend is for everybody, right? And
Mhm.
so that's really practical piece. Like you as her husband really like know her style, right? And you could see what she would be gravitate towards or not. So I think that really kind of emphasizes that not every trend is for everybody, and that's okay, right?
That's right. I know. I saw some of the slides before, and there's definitely slides in there that yeah, she would definitely wear. So
Yeah, and your girls too, right? I mean, you have 2 daughters that are adults, and so how do they stay on trend? Are they more like
oh no,
the beat of their own
absolutely not. They march to their own drum for sure. They were never trendy. Maybe when they were 6, maybe 8, 9, but after that, no way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's really interesting how people form their own styles and their own
Mm,
signature, and I think that's what style really is. It's not about wearing the latest fashion or wearing labels head to toe. It's really about being able to, take something, put an outfit together that says, "This is me. It's my expression of myself." So that's
yeah.
another really good point that was inspired by what you just said. So next trend is sort of we go from the power suits to the power dresses. So let's talk about that a little bit. So a dress for a professional woman is really sometimes an essential item, right? It's the easy one piece you put it on and you don't have to, that's the only thing, you put the dress on, shoes, and you're done. You're out the door. But what we're seeing right now is a lot of sort of the suit dresses. So you're seeing the double-breasted um, dresses that look like blazers, but they're actually dresses, or even single buttons. It doesn't have to be double-breasted. But also, we're seeing sleeveless or long sleeves. So this has become the current for 2023 that is really hip and happening. It's sort of how can we take a business look and make it a little bit more fun? I personally really love this um, trend, and I think that it just all the iterations I've seen with the sleeveless look, with the double breasted, with different colorways, can really be a great piece to add to your entrepreneurial wardrobe, or just like if you're going to even it's kind of like taking something that it is traditionally masculine, making it feminine. That is always a fun thing to do. Okay. Next trend is about jeans. I mean, jeans is a staple, right? We always talk about jeans as a basic in your wardrobe. But the funny thing about jeans is that there are so many different cuts of jeans. So, what we're seeing for 2023, and it kind of started, it's been around for a little bit now, is that sort of move away from the skinny jeans to more of a loose leg fitting jean, right? So and we're seeing it with trousers too, not just jeans, but sort of this a loose leg on these jeans has been very popular. We're seeing not only the straight leg that is wider, not kind of moving away from the the skinny jean, but also the bootleg, which can be very, very flattering, especially when you put heels with it, and completely wearable, which is another really good thing. Because again, remember, your trends should be the trend. You should adopt it in the way that it's wearable for you. So if it's something seems too audacious or so uncomfortable, then don't do it unless you can find a little iteration of it that makes you feel super comfortable. Okay, the next trend is, and I really actually love this trend, is the cargo pants. Now, not only cargo pants, but we're seeing cargo skirts. So cargo skirts, cargo pants, cargo shorts. And what makes them cargo is sort of those cargo pockets. And I love this because it sort of gives sort of that um it takes something that feels a little bit masculine but makes it super feminine. And I also want Rick, your opinion on this, because sort of I really love clothes that are have a little bit of masculine in them, but they're totally, it wouldn't be worn by a man. It would be more of a feminine, it looks more feminine. What do you think about cargo pants? Don't you, I mean, I kind of love cargo pants because I have like these pockets. Like it's utility, but it's also style now. What do you think?
I love it.
Yeah, see? I knew I'd find a trend you'd like.
I like those. Now, see, now my daughters would wear that
Yeah,
this. In fact, I've seen them wear that. So that's more their style.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that is so cool because it's like ultra feminine. I mean, it feels like a very utilitarian pair of pants, right? But it's so feminine because of the way you wear it. You put it with a crop top or you just put it with a tight tank or something like that. And you have it's fun and I don't know. I just like showing up in things that are, like made for men but are a little bit feminine because it makes me feel tough, makes me feel like a
Mhm.
warrior. So I think that that's a cool trend too, and you see them in all the different colors, right? The khakis, the greens, the army greens, you're seeing them in patterns, you're also seeing them in black, which I love. I love the me a black cargo pair of pants, and all the design. I mean, so many designers, contemporary and higher end, are creating their iteration of the cargo pants, and it's really, really cool, really cool. One of my favorite trends this season. Okay, next slide shows us sort of this leather trend that we're experiencing. Again, we have been experiencing this for a while, but in spring, summer, it's really hard to wear leather because it makes you hot. So now going into fall, I feel like it's so much more appropriate. And having seen all these head to toe leather looks, I mean, we're talking leather suits, we're talking, leather dresses and coats, and then you kind of layer on the leather bag and leather shoes. So you really are seeing a lot of this leather on leather, head to toe. And I just think it's so great for the fall. But also, remember, I mean, leather can be very expensive, like real leather. But the amazing thing is now with all the sustainability, all the companies are so aware of that. We have imitation leathers, vegan leathers that are so close to leather. I mean, you touch them and you go, is this real or not? And that is actually pretty remarkable. I almost always never have to buy a leather anything anymore because you can always find sort of that vegan leather or a substitute for it, and it still looks great and doesn't look fake. So that is one of my favorite trends. Again, one of my favorites. So just kind of paring down here. I mean, I am loving all these trends. One of my very favorites is the cargo pants, and I love the leather. I also am loving sort of the Western kind of coastal cowgirl. That's like one of my favorites. So I guess I'm liking a lot of these trends. So let's move on to the next trend, and that is sort of that shirt dress. And I will tell you, the shirt dress uh, is something that I've been wearing for a long time. It's just what I love about it, super easy. It's like one piece of clothing, super casual, throw it on and you go, right? You can wear it with flip-flops, you can wear ballet slippers, you can wear it with boots, Western boots too. And in this picture, you see her belting it. I don't necessarily belt mine, but you can. And it makes it really versatile. I love this sort of denim color shirt dress that you see in the picture here because I love that it is casual, right? It gives that casual effect and it makes it very, very easy to wear and dress up and dress down. She dresses up here with a belt, but you could dress it down by taking off the belt and putting flip-flops on. Super easy, throw on and go clothing item. Okay. Next trend. Now, this is the one trend that I wasn't super excited about myself, but maybe I'll change my mind because I do that sometimes. So the corduroy blazers, corduroy full suits, corduroy is coming back in. And I, I'm not so crazy about it, but I mean, they are making some really great sets with the corduroy. And as they continue to do this, all the different designers continue to do this. Maybe, just maybe, there'll be something that'll be like, that is cool. Like I would wear that. So the next trend, trend number 9 that I'm going to talk about, as we're going through the top 10 here, is the crop jackets. Okay. So the crop jackets, super, super popular these last several months going into fall. And not only the crop jackets, but you see them with crop tops. Now, a lot of people say, well, crop is not for me. And that's okay. You can wear a long shirt and put a crop jacket on top so that you have some coverage. So that is actually a really fun trend, and it is one that I love and I enjoy. But remember, you don't have to wear it with a crop top, although those are kind of on trend as well. You can wear it with a longer shirt underneath and kind of make it your own. Then the next trend for fall is this idea of tights. Okay. I'm going to bring Rick up for this because I think it's hilarious. On the runway, we were seeing modeled tights as bottoms.
Wait, say that again?
I knew you'd probably go, what? Say again? Yes, the models were wearing the tights as if they were bottoms. I mean, they're pretty opaque, but they're pretty opaque. I mean, they're not like see-through, but just tights as bottoms is not like resonating with me. But to kind of do a take off of the trend of tights, I think it's amazing to be able to take like a pair of tights that have like a pattern and wear it with things. So, Rick, what do you think about this idea of tights without as the bottoms? I mean, because
Boy,
we see them built in the shoes now. I mean, it's crazy.
I'm not sure. I'd have to see somebody in full head to toe,
Yeah.
because I'm not seeing it.
You can't even visualize it.
I'm just seeing the calf down, and it seems, yeah. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'd rather not comment.
Fair enough, especially since I put you on the spot about that one. But, I mean, when I was seeing those on the runway, I was like, definitely not for everybody. But
Mm.
what is wearable, what is doable and actually really nice is that nowadays you can get tights in all sorts of patterns. You can get them in, checks and hearts and butterflies and flowers or solids or whatever, right? And you could pair that with mini skirts, you could pair that with dresses, and you could really be on trend and have a knockout look. So don't worry, you do not have to see or do the bottoms as the tights as bottoms, but that definitely was something that stood out during the runway season and fashion week. So next, I'm going to talk a little bit about hair. Excuse me. And the reason I'm talking about hair is because there is something so popular going on right now. So I am obsessed with the French woman style. I think it's just so effortless and easy and just feels like she didn't fuss over herself, and she just kind of, put her clothes on, quickly did her hair and walked out, and she looks fabulous. And the French style will always be sort of classic and always be something that's timeless. But what we're seeing now is sort of the Italian bob. So the French style and the Italian style are kind of merging together, and now we're seeing this Italian bob that's very popular. You can see this on the screen right now, a bob that is a little bit more wavy, kind of parted down the middle, kind of messy. But I think what's happening right now is that people are doing that. It's like a short style that's easy. You're seeing a lot of celebrities wear it. They're also doing it with bangs, fringe. So the next slide shows a bob with fringe and bangs for those people who really, really would love to have, the fringe and the bangs. So this type of bob is super popular, and you're seeing it on all the celebrities like I'm blanking out, but a lot of the celebrities, and you are really going to see a lot of people try it. Now, short hair is not for everybody. In fact, I was thinking, oh, should I cut my hair? I'm kind of attached to my long hair, and that's okay. Remember, not every trend is for everybody, but this is definitely something that you're going to see a lot of. And just one tip is that if you decided to do bangs or a fringe, that just tends to be a little bit more high maintenance. So if I were doing a bob, I probably wouldn't do a fringe, just because it takes a little bit more to style and keep the bangs really where you want them to be on a daily basis. So if you want sort of that effortless look that, that doesn't require too much fuss, I would probably stick with the non-bangs look. So, we always, with the hashtag, always offer something at the end of the show. So with the hashtag fall23 and shine, I would love to get on a call with you and help you get your wardrobe all dialed in for the fall. Maybe see where we can inject some of the fall trends and get you all dialed in for what's to come this fall when it comes to your clothes and your wardrobe and putting your best outfits together. So hashtag fall23 and shine, and I will connect with you so that we can set up a time where we can sit down and talk about your fall fashion and how that we can incorporate it into your very own wardrobe. So hashtag fall23 and shine. If you put it in now or during the replay, I will jump on a call and we will talk about your fall fashion. And at the end of every show, as you know, we wrap up with the Waist Up Wardrobe summary and wrap up. And this is the main thing I want you to take away today. The main takeaway here is that every trend isn't for everybody. And I say this almost every time I talk about trends. Every trend is not for everybody. Don't feel like you need to, utilize more than even one trend. You can even just take one favorite trend. Maybe it's the cowgirl, the coastal cowgirl. Maybe it's the cargo pants, and just incorporate that into your wardrobe, because incorporating one thing is great because it keeps you current and up to date in your style, but not every trend is for everybody. And a tip is, you want to kind of go to your closet and kind of look at these trends that we've talked about today and see how you can blend it in. So if you're a tank top girl, oh my goodness, a great piece to add would be cargo pants or a great pair of jeans, and you could pair with your tank tops. So, go and look in your wardrobe, see what you've got, see which trend of these that you like that you can blend in, start thinking about that. And a tool to use is this episode, because in this episode, I really laid out all the trends for 2023, including the hair and the biggest color that you're going to be seeing everywhere, which is our red, but not just sort of the strict red, right? It's everything from the pinks all the way to the deep magentas and everything in between. So sort of that red hue is going to be dominating. So use this episode as a guide, as a checklist for you to go and see what's out there and what suits you. And finally, action item, go to your closet. See what you already have that may be already on trend. Trends come and go and they kind of rotate, but make sure that you keep it current. And the drill. We are here every Thursday at 11:30 live so that we can have a dialogue if you wanted to. And we bring you a new fresh show every single time. So join us next Thursday at 11:30 and bring your friend.
There we go. Okay.
Hey, I'm trying to put the speedy recap. So this is one of the speedy recaps that I'll need sooner rather than later. I don't think I saw the one for last week yet.
Mm,
So that one too would be great.
thought I uploaded. Which one was that? That was
Last week, I don't know, was
that was with
5. What was it?
Okay, I'll get them both up.
Yeah, thanks. I'm just trying.
That was with Natalie. Okay, Natalie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's here, but not edited
It's like
yet.
me pulling you up on the show on a topic we have nothing, nothing about.
Yeah, thanks for putting me on the spot.
You know what's happening? I have this thing in my throat, and I was having a hard time talking. Like I need, I need to call in backup.
Yeah.
You
need support.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. All right. Should we do it?
Yep. So let's do this. Okay. I'm going to mute and you can go when you're ready.
Yeah, I just want to make sure my face looks like a decent. Okay. Background. Okay. Can you hear the pounding that's going on outside?
No, I can't.
Okay, it's fine. Have you seen the runway for fall 2023 and all the new trends that are out there? Well, today's show, we are going to be talking about all the fall 2023 trends so that you can start sprinkling that into your wardrobe.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Part 2.
This is episode 146, right?
146, correct.
Okay. In Waist Up Wardrobe, episode 146. In Waist Up Wardrobe, episode 146, the fall trends for 2023, the Waist Up Wardrobe weekly wrap up in a nutshell boils down to this. The main takeaway, as always, not all trends are for everybody. So don't think that you need to take all the trends and incorporate into your wardrobe. Just pick one or two that feel right and then blend them into your wardrobe so you can feel current and up to date. And a tip for you is take the I'm going to have to start at the tip, sorry. Can I start at just the tip of the giving the tip first?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do tools first. This show, episode 146, is a great tool for you to use as a checklist. Listen to the show and use it as a checklist for all the trends that you're going to be seeing for fall 2023 and see which ones you can incorporate, which ones you like, and which ones you don't like. And a tip for you is I would say go to your wardrobe, see if there's anything that really mixes well with some of the trends and use those. I'm going to tip. I have to figure out a different tip. Sorry. I did the tool. I don't know. I'm sorry. That was kind of messy. So here's a tip for you. When you're trying to figure out what trends suit you, go to your wardrobe and see what things compare really, really great with some of the trends that you like. So if you are somebody who loves to wear tank tops, then maybe the cargo pants are what you should go for. So think about what is already in your wardrobe that you can mix and match with some of the new trends. And finally, action item. Go to your closet, see what you've already got. Oh, no, finally, action. Say that again. And finally, action item. When you listen to the show and you get your checklist, tell me which one is your favorite trend, and then let me know here in the comments. Oh no, I'm gonna do it differently. And finally, action item. After you've listened to the show and you've made your checklist, well, let me. And here's your action item. After you've listened to the show and made your checklist of all the trends that we talked about, and you pick one, go to your closet and see what and how you can incorporate it in your wardrobe so that you can have an outstanding signature style that's all your own, but is also current.
Okay, that'll work. All right, hold on. You're good?
I'm
with
good.
that?